In this video today I'd like to talk about the Acer B326HUL 32-inch monitor with a resolution of 2560 by 1440. This video is the first of a 4-video series comparing three 32-inch monitors. The Acer monitor does make a pretty good optical appearance. The mechanical quality is good. Now talking about the specifications. Panel technology used is called VA, vertical alignment. It's a standard 60 Hz monitor with a 6 millisecond reaction time, gray to gray. And this is also a flicker-free LED backlight display. The inputs, we have the USB 3.0 inputs and 2 outputs. We have 2 HDMI inputs, a DVI dual link and a DisplayPort. Also the audio input, as well as the power input and a physical hot power switch on the back, which is always good. The display comes with 2 power cables, stereo audio cable, USB 3 cable, DisplayPort, DVI cable, and the manual paperwork. The monitor stand is height adjustable, and you can tilt it forward and backward. The mechanics are fairly smooth and easy to use. However, there's one nitpick that I'd like to point out, that if the monitor is not raised fully, you cannot tilt it back all the way as it will hit the stand. As you can clearly see now, the monitor hits the stand and you cannot tilt it further back. If you increase the position of the panel, you can tilt it back to its maximum position. There are also 2 USB 3.0 outputs on the left side of the monitor. You have a big bonus with the 6-axis color management. Please note that there's no portrait mode that you can do with the stand. You cannot rotate it at 90 degrees. 27 watts power draw is also very good compared to the others. For calibration of the display, I'm using a Spider 3 reading device and the DispCal GUI software package on macOS in this case. After over 6 hours of calibration, we've got a pretty good result. Our calibration targets is 140 and 6500K. The contrast ratio of 1300:1 is pretty good. This is the calibrated profile, and we are looking at an average delta E of 0.7 and a maximum delta E of 3.65. Most importantly, we have a gamut coverage of 100% for sRGB and a volume of 78.2% of the Adobe RGB color profile. Looking at a black image and a long exposure of the panel, there's no bleeding on the edges, which is pretty good. Now talking about the ghosting. The Acer monitor unfortunately had the most noticeable ghosting effects. This panel is the B326HUL YMII-DPHC. Now let's go through the OSD. We have the E function for energy, we have an automatic, we have the menus, we have the volume and the input selectors. Now let's go into the menu. For picture control, we have the Acer E-color management, which gives us basically quick setup for different scenarios, standard graphics editing, movies, eco, and basically what you're trying to do is get it on user mode so you can adjust your own settings and have it set at something specific. What I don't like about displays is that they're constantly changing brightness, contrast, color, temperatures, things like that. These settings you see here are used for my calibration. So if you are going to use the color profile that I've attached in the link below, please set your monitor according to those settings. The 6-axis saturation settings, 6-axis hue settings, and even on the color temperature settings, you have an extensive array of options for maximizing your color accuracy. Basic OSD timeout settings, as well as the general settings, VDC CI, which is the information that comes through your monitor cable. You can even enable that when the monitor is turned off or in standby mode, you can still use the USB ports for charging. This supports DisplayPort 1.1 and 1.2. As always, I appreciate the precious time you've just spent watching my video. If you enjoy what you see, please consider supporting me for more high quality content. Anything will be helpful. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and please share the video on your favorite social media platforms. Be sure to watch the other 3 videos of this series, especially the 4th video, as I will be comparing this monitor to its competitors and explain my personal opinion.